Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman Adventures with Rhiannon with Stardew Valley Retired Slow Play, part number 105. And we are in day 22 of winter in the year number 3. So as always, we're going to start off checking our calendar to see if there's anything going on today. And with that, we're going to do the morning chores, and I'm going to do my video intro, I guess you call it. I guess people call it that. I call it housekeeping. First off, I want to welcome my new subscribers. I've got so many new people every day doing my breakfast and tea. I'm so excited when I sit down and there you are. So thank you so much for being here and for supporting me. It means so much to me. Sometime during this video, there is going to be a secret word of the day. I want you to use that secret word of the day down in the comments in a sentence and be creative. Do not say the secret word of the day is whatever. I want you to be creative and play along. It makes me smile. Come on, make me smile for the day. This is a retired slow play, as it says in the title, and what that means is that I slow down and enjoy the game. And so many of these games that are, they're nicknamed, I guess, chill games, I don't see anybody playing them chill. It's like power gaming, min-maxing, whatever you want to call it, to get to the end as fast as possible. And I just don't play like that. I've really never played like that. Any game that I've played, I slow down and enjoy it. And when I've seen these power games that I've watched videos of, they miss so much of the details of the game because their whole goal is to finish. My whole goal is not to finish. I said that completely wrong. What I mean is that's not the purpose of playing this game. Purpose of playing this game is to enjoy it and to share it with you guys because I think it is such an amazing game. So that's what I do. And that does not mean I don't have a plan for my playthrough. I totally do. My plan for this playthrough that I'll be sharing with you is to get to 100% completion. And soon we'll find out how to know that, where we're at. And just so you know, I do not believe in false advertising. I do not say this is a blind playthrough. I have played through most of this content that we've seen in the last 105 episodes, including this one. There are things I come across I haven't seen before, though, and I do tell you that. At some point, I'll get past 86%, which is the farthest I've ever gotten. I have one main playthrough. I've played it for 11 in-game years, and I've only accessed 86% of the content. So we will share that together, and when I get to that part where I'm doing lots of things I haven't done before, I'll definitely tell you. So like I said, I don't believe in false advertising to catch your eye and trick you into watching me. I have accessed most of this content, but occasionally I get surprised. Please subscribe and like my videos if you will, if you like them, because for a couple things, obviously it lets YouTube like me better, and they show my stuff to more people, which is great. It also makes me feel like I'm doing something that other people find valuable and worthy of their time. So when I see a new subscriber, I see someone that says, hey, I value this person's videos and I want to go back and watch more of them. That's what happens when I subscribe on other people's channels. So when I see that happening, that makes me feel very validated. And thumbs up on those videos, same thing. My main YouTube channel, there's a number of things I want you to check. The community tab is where I can talk to all of you at the same time. If you're not listening to these videos, if you haven't watched this particular video and I made some kind of an announcement, then people would miss it because not everybody watches all the videos, all the videos of all of my playthroughs. They're not watching them all. So the community tab is where I want to tell you guys things. And I recently made an important announcement that you might want to go check out. So go to the community tab, keep an eye on it. Sometimes I do fun things like post pictures of my crazy cats. Sometimes I do polls asking your guys' opinion on things. So definitely check out that community tab regularly. There's also an about tab, and that is my upload schedule. So check it out if you want to know what games I'm playing and when I am uploading them. There's also a playlist area, and the playlists obviously are broken up by the games that I'm playing. If a game is current, then it just says the name of the game. If I've completed the playthrough, it will say completed. And in one case, I have paused a game because I found myself getting bored, and I don't want to do subpar videos just to finish a game. I've seen that so many times on near the end of playthroughs. People get bored and tired of it, and they just want to finish. And I'm thinking, wow, think of all the content they're missing. So that did happen to me on a game I started, and I was starting to get burnout on it. And it's like, okay, it's time for a break. So it says in the title of the playthrough, paused. Because the game is paused, it means I intend to at some point go back and play some more and hopefully continue on to the end. If you want to help out a retired geek woman, no, I'm not a retired gamer, that ain't right. I'm a retired geek woman. There's a Patreon account, and there is a link down below in the description to the Patreon account. The most important thing, though, in my little intro here is we are going to have some fun, and we are going to have some fun today. Every morning I do these morning chores, and I've asked a poll. I did a poll and asked people if they want to see the morning chores, and the majority said yes, so that's why you're seeing the morning chores. So I've taken the opportunity to do my intro during the morning chores and not point out anything unless it's unusual or special, like checking the mail and there's something special in the mail, that kind of thing. So anyway, we're doing the morning chores. One thing that we've been really focusing on is making best friends with as many of the villagers as possible. And I'm really starting with 8 hearts to start off with, because any of the single marriage candidate villagers, you can only get 8 hearts if you're married. So that's why it's not an arbitrary number. That's just where I'm starting with. And then as time goes on, as we hit people's birthdays and things like that, we will hit max hearts with everybody, which is one of the things for completion, but it also is kind of a fun goal to have. It's like, okay, I'm going to try to be best friends with these people. And as you increase friendship levels, there's lots of benefits that come with that. They send you gifts in the mail. They do special things for you. Sometimes you get special cutscenes with people at different heart levels, so that's kind of cool. So you'll come across someone in their house or whatever, and you'll see a special cutscene. Down at the bottom it'll say skip, so you'll know that that's what it is. And it's kind of cool, some of the things we learned about people in those cutscenes, because our relationships have gone up. One of the few people in town love those daffodils, and Pierre is one of those people. Saying hello to Caroline. I think we're best friends with her. Oh, she went secret walks over to see the wizard. My goodness, that's kind of a secret we won't need to tell. Pierre and Caroline got some secret, people. I mean, last time you learned about a, air quote here, secret stash. We don't know what that secret stash was that we found in Pierre's bedroom. So that was kind of weird. And now she's hanging out over near the wizard's tower, and don't tell Pierre. What's going on with these two? I don't know if we'll ever find out. So anyway, Haley's one of our people on our list. We had Pierre, and now we got Haley. She says her sister loves topaz. If we didn't know that already, then it would show up when we look at Emily's picture, and you can look at what their loves and things are. It would have changed from not knowing any to telling us that. So that's kind of cool information. I don't know where we're at. I think we're best friends with Emily already, but we'll check. So we're going to go down and look for Elliot. First off, let's check the special board. This special board is an advanced quest board. And, you know, prismatic slimes, we don't know what they are or where to give, and he wants a jar of prismatic jelly. And so this is advanced game stuff, end game stuff. And occasionally we'll see things on this board that we can do that are within our skill set and within where we are in the game, and we'll pick those up. So we're going to check that regularly. You get some pretty cool special items from that. So previous episode, so I do IE, previous episode, check out our sewing machine. So there are some things that we can do, and we will keep an eye on that for when we can. Elliot is often found right down here by Willy's shop, and he's not there, and he's not in his house. The other place he's often hanging out is the museum/library. So when I'm looking around for somebody, I kind of know most of their schedules. If I don't, and I really need to know, you can go to the wiki, which there is a link down below to the wiki, and search for Elliot, and it would tell you that on, Mondays in the wintertime, he can be found in the library. It changes by where they are located, can depend on a number of things: the weather, the season, the day of the week, and there's other special exceptions to all of that. So it's kind of cool that they have their own lives, and eventually you kind of figure them out. Like, I didn't need to look that up. I just knew that Elliot was often in the library. And so we're going to go up and check on Mayru and give her a cauliflower. I don't know, we may be best friends with her. We're getting real close because we went to a movie. Went to the movies. Okay, she's often up here. She lives up at the very top with Robin. That's her mom. Demetrius is her dad, and they live in the carpenter's house. The carpenter's shop, their house, is in there as well. So we're going to go see if we can find her there. And I don't see her. Downstairs is Sebastian's house. No Mayru to be found. Where are you, girlfriend? We want to give you a cauliflower, the last one that we could actually give, because we need the rest of them for seeds. So hopefully this will get our friendship where it needs to be. Mayru also hangs out around the graveyard, which is kind of a peaceful place to visit. And so we're going to go check that out real quick. And if so, that'll be our fourth person today that we were able to give gifts to. You can only give people gifts twice a week, and I'm generally working on 2 people at a time, or I'm sorry, 4 people at a time. I just don't want to wander around town with 8 items and trying to figure out which item goes to which person. And there she is. Hello there. You did build a snowman. Oh, Mayru's kind of cool. She's really smart. Is that? Oh, wow, this is spectacular. That's funny. It's funny that she is that way. Let's see, where are we at? Yes, we were best friends with Emily, as best as we can get. Where'd she go? Oh, that's it. We are now the most hearts we can get with Mayru. So what I will do, since I had looked at this, oh, and Pierre too, so awesome. That's going to change our list. Now we got Elliot, Haley, Alex, and Sandy. That's our next 4 people. You've heard me talk about Microsoft OneNote and that I use it a lot for game notes and things. So what I do for the friends is I make my list: Elliot, Haley, Alex, and Sandy. Then I go to the wiki. If I don't know things that they like and I don't want to guess at it, then I make a list of all of the things they like, so that when I'm playing or when I'm going to my chests in the morning time to say, okay, I want to get gifts for these people, I can go there and grab things very quickly and kind of speeds things up. Again, this is Microsoft OneNote, which I use for all of my game notes and my life, actually. So anyway, I had wanted to show you that for a while, and so I thought today is the day that we get to show you how I work that. So once I had those other ones completed, I'm like, okay, now I can put these other 4 people and keep an eye out and give them their gifts per week and work on those friendships. Well, I'm wandering along here. I did want to talk about the marriage candidates, and that there are a number of people that you can marry, male and female. It doesn't matter if you are male or female. And everybody's got their own favorites. There's a link down below to the forums, and I highly recommend that you join the forums if you're going to play this game. And if you do, you want to introduce yourself, there's a place for introductions, and you can tag me and I'll say hello and know that you came from me. So that will make me feel good that I can help out that amazing community of people who all love Stardew Valley, and more than happy to talk about it and share. And I was looking to see if I had a pathway on the far left side of this farm. I've got an idea of what I want to do in this area, but I was like, wow, this place has grown up like crazy. So anyway, I'm getting off subject, but there's just a wonderful place with the forums there where you can talk to people, ask questions, share ideas, and just anything you want. Stardew Valley. There's also a place where you can look at amazing farms that people have done screenshots. I think it's called farm showcase or something like that is the topic of the form. And so you can look at, that's where I got all the ideas for all of the things that I've done on my farm. So the layout of it, both inside and out. I just went there and looked at all the ones that I liked and took bits and pieces from a lot of different people. I'm not that creative, folks. I'm just not. My mom has that creative gene. I don't have it. So I needed help. So I got those ideas and then I designed my farm around those ideas. And so what I started to say is I do have an idea for that area right there. And we'll see how that all works out. If I go the same way as I did my 11-year farm, or if I do a few things differently. So anyway, I wanted to see what it was looking like over there. I thought, my gosh, there's no pathway at all on this left side, which we don't really need one. But if I ever want to walk up through there, it's like, oh my gosh, all these trees in the way. So when we get back after our gift giving and hitting the artifact spots, that gave us an artifact that we did not need that we're going to put away in our chest. We put everything else away that we have found and foraged, and got some pine cones from the pine trees we took down, and just put everything away. If I have time at the end of the day, I definitely like to put things away and start my day and my pack fresh, not packed full of stuff from an adventure. That happens sometimes if I go to the mines, but for the most part I try to put things away and clear everything out so that I can start the new day fresh. And that's what I'm doing. I'm dumping some of these things. I've never found a use for the snow yams, the winter roots. You can't put them through the preserve jar, so I keep some just in case. I have no idea what they're used for because I don't know what to do with them. I never find a use for them. So we're going to come up here, and sometimes if I get home a little bit early and Harvey's still up, I say hi to Harvey because he has different things that he says to you in the evening times. So it is getting pretty close to being bedtime here, so it's okay to call it a day. And during the night... okay, obviously something happened during the night. Let's check really quickly our preserves. Well, we have ancient fruit jelly. Oh yeah, jellies at $11.50 each. And so we made 25,000, almost 26,000 overnight. And at the end of the night, it tells you, like 23rd of winter, year number 3, an explosion was heard in the night. So I turned up the volume of the game because I keep it down because I don't want to be talking over the game and I don't want copyright issues, so I keep it turned down really low. But something happened during the night, so I turned it up so y'all could see it, hear it, because I heard it when I was playing. Today is Leah's birthday, and I'm not sure where we're at with Leah, so we can check real quick. Sometimes if I'm really close to where I want to be, or I'm almost full hearts with them, I'll go ahead and take we're way down with Leah. What does Leah like? She likes wine salad, goat cheese, truffles, and alright, so if we think of it, we'll try to remember to take her one of those items, because we get really good hearts when you take a loved gift to someone on their birthday. So anyway, we'll find out what that loud noise was here in a little bit. And so first off, we're going to water our plants, and I've talked about this a little bit. This garden is coming along beautifully, and I've got flowers planted from all the different seasons. There's the tulips, then the poppy, put that back. The poppy has popped. So I gotta be real careful that I don't actually accidentally pick it. I have done that so many times. So our poppy has popped, and we've got a few more things that are coming. I'm so excited about that. Once those are done, they stay there forever, indefinitely. I don't ever have to do anything to them. I don't have to water them. It just makes a beautiful garden room for me to enjoy. So I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and check our mail this morning. It says, oh, thank you, Gus, for sending us a little something there. Some spaghetti from Gus. How thoughtful, Gus. Don't know what we'll do with that. Generally, the foods and things that I get as gifts like that, I put them in the refrigerator because you never know when they may come in handy if I want to go to a mine or something, or someone may ask as a gift for spaghetti. Don't know why. I love spaghetti. I make my own spaghetti, and I cook really well. I think I have world famous spaghetti going on. But anyway, interesting thing that they would give me a spaghetti. I want to put it in the fridge, and then we'll see. We may have to someday get an extra fridge because we got so much food. Like people like bringing food over. Like, here's a casserole. All right, saying good morning to all of the animals gives you a good relationship with all of them, so that's super. So easy in the wintertime, so easy to catch them all because they're all in one place, all tucked away, nice and safe in one location. It's really much more difficult the other 3 seasons because they are they're running around in the yard, which is fine. I want them to eat fresh green grass, but anyway. Let's continue on with our morning chores. We're going to check the greenhouse or not. We usually do check the greenhouse, but I think I already had. The greenhouse is coming along. I'm so happy with the greenhouse. It was okay. I'm going to run down here and check in the cellar. Look at all that. The middle row is cheese. The bottom and the top row are wines. The bottom one is silver now. They got to go to gold, and then they got to go to iridium quality, and it takes 54 days for that to happen. It's like holy moly. So anyway, let's go put things away. And okay, let's put away that spaghetti. You can see I've got all kinds of food. Oh, that's the second bolus plate of spaghetti we've gotten. Not sure where the first one came from, but that's okay. We'll put it away. It'll come in handy someday. And let's see, this is what I call the bottom chores. So we got the top chores, which are mostly the animals and the sheds and stuff. And then down below, we got some miscellaneous things. In this case, I checked the worm bin and grabbed the worms. And then I switched the worms from the items that pulled out of the crab pots from the little pond here, which is mostly trash, or these what I call non-fish or crustaceans. They're called fish, but they're like shellfish and things like that. And we grab that, and we're going to come on down here. We have no syrups or anything ready. And oh my gosh, look here. It is a meteorite. Remember the sound heard during the night? That's what it was. So what you do is you take an axe and you hit the, or a pickaxe, I forget. Is it a pickaxe? Yeah, it's a pickaxe, and you break it up and you get goodies from it. And what are we going to get? Let's see. 4 hits, we got 2 geodes, 6 stone, and 6 iridium ore. So some people leave those on their farms if they get them, and they decorate their farm around it. And so I didn't want it in the middle of my planting field. And they land in random places too, so you never know what you're going to get, and you never know where they're going to land. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's our second meteorite that we've had landed on the farm. And you have to have a good enough pickaxe to break it. So I think our first one, we didn't have a good enough pickaxe. So we had to wait until we could get our pickaxe upgraded to whatever it was, which one we needed, gold maybe, to be able to break it up. So that's not fair. I'm very slow about my early game on upgrading my tools. It's expensive. It's very expensive. And so, I don't want to do it until I have the extra money to go ahead and update things. So that was funny that we had to wait. This time, no waiting, and I'm glad it happened at a good time where there was nothing in the way. It didn't crash on anything. So cool. That's a rare occurrence. It happens in your games, but I don't know how often. I think that's the second time in 3 years. So cool. All right, we went down and fished out the rainbow trout. We got a couple of those out, and the coral, and grabbed that as while we were at it. You can get up to 10, but if we don't want to leave it in there, because if you leave it, then no more can propagate, and we are propagating coral like crazy. That's to be used to recreate our deluxe speed grow, which I'm addicted to. I don't put plants down unless I've got deluxe speed grow down with it. So that's the way I roll. All right, let's check. So 64 pieces. And it is the 23rd. We've got 5 more days left in the season. So I should have paid better attention to that. What that's telling me is I have more animals than I have silos for. So I need to build another silo in the near future. Okay, so what we did is used one of those totems. Remember I've talked about these totems? You can have them, but I don't know anything about them. I don't make them. I don't use them hardly ever. But I wanted to come up here and I wanted to see Willy. I actually wanted to see Willy's back room. This is huge, people. This is something I've been talking about since the beginning of the playthrough. So you come in the back room at some point and you say, ah, a sad sight, isn't she? We're having a conversation with Willy about this sad boat. She was my father's boat, served him well for over 50 years. Well, it looks like it, but now she can barely stay afloat. That's pretty sad, Willy. I'd repair her myself, but I don't have the right materials, miss. Aw, I'm sorry, Willy. 200 pieces of hardwood to patch the hull would be a good start, but I'll also need to get the ticket machine back up and iridium anchor repaired. So got a lot of work that needs to be done. If I could get my hands on the right materials and repair the old girl, well then I could take you to the Fern Islands. Is that so, Willy? I wonder what is there. Volcanic islands full of strange parrots, they say. Now that's interesting. Of course I'd like to help. That made Willy happy. I thought you would, miss. Like Willy calls you miss. I'll leave this door unlocked for you. You can come drop off the materials when you like, whenever you like. So, okay. I have talked about the 1.5 upload so many times. Now this is not on the journal, but if we come here and we click on each thing, this machine could be repaired with 5 battery packs. Okay, and this hull could be repaired with 200 pieces of hardwood. Okay, and can we click this too? The anchor could be repaired with 5 iridium bars. All right, you got that? 5 battery packs, 5 iridium bars, and 200 pieces of wood. Now, retired geek woman who has no memory, we need to remind ourselves over and over again. So, since the beginning, I have talked about the 1.5 version update that was Stardew Valley. I have talked about it a lot. I've talked about the additional landmass and the new players, NPCs that we can meet, new quests, all kinds of things that I've talked about that have to do with what we just saw. So we are going to spend some time in the next few episodes. It is the end of the winter season, and so we don't have to worry so much about the spring planning and all of that. We've got the time. We're going to go get that ship repaired, and we're going to go on an adventure with Willy. So you need to pay attention in the next few episodes to what's going to happen next. By the way, the secret word of the day is new adventures. So down in the comments, use new adventures in the comments in a sentence, because we are having new adventures. So first things first, we're going to go repair this poor old boat and the ticket machine and the anchor. So yes, we want to use those 5 battery packs. Ticket machine is done. We're going to repair the anchor with the 5 iridium bars, no problem. So that's done. And now we're going to repair the boat. And there we go. All materials have been found. Cool. The boat will be repaired overnight. So we will not be able to go today, but starting tomorrow, the 24th, we will be able to go to a new location. So I'm using up these totems, going back and forwards. I knew I would be going back and forwards real quick and thought, okay, back we go. All right, guys, I'm so excited. So starting tomorrow, the 24th, we will go on a new adventure with Willy. So you gotta stay tuned for that. Pick up our next episode. Don't know if we're gonna make it this time, but we'll see. All right. My goodness, that was exciting that we're going to finally get to see something that I've been talking to you guys about for how long? 105 episodes? Yeah, I know. It's a lot. So I was looking here to see, can we give any gifts to anyone? No, not Haley, and we could do Alex, and we could do Sandy. I can't do Elliot, so we could do Alex and Sandy. Are the only 2 that we could do, and I've got them. Remember the list I showed you? We could do Alex and Sandy, and see, what is it, 2:20 p.m. So Sandy likes crocuses. She's one of the few people that likes them, so awesome. And Alex likes complete breakfasts. Now, how awesome is it that our wonderful Harvey makes us a complete breakfast on a regular basis? So we have 5. How many? No, we had 10 of them. So awesome. Now we got extra ones to give to Alex, since Alex likes complete breakfasts. So this is a good use of our time today, is to go get those last 2 people on our list. And we've got, I'm going to grab that since we know we're going to use them. And we're going to use the ticket machine to spend 500 gold to go see Sandy and give her a gift. So eventually we're going to have some fast travel ways to get to the desert faster. It's going to take time. It's going to take money. But we don't go often enough to justify it at this time. So anyway, right now we're just going to go around and pick up all the coconuts that we're finding. Remember, Haley likes the coconuts, so what a nice time to grab them. Plus, I think you need them for other things later on. So we'll go ahead and pick them up, put them away. Oops. There, oh, we got another warp totem for the farm. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Well, hello there, Sandy. I know you can find cactus fruits and coconuts. Feel free to take as many as you like. You betcha, we sure will. They're yummy. Have you ever had a fresh coconut? I'm just curious, for those of you listening to this part here, if you did, let me know if you've had a fresh coconut before. I don't like coconut, like any candies that's got coconut on it, or cakes or anything like that. I do not like it ever. But one time I was on vacation with my wonderful husband, who's so adventurous, and he hired a guy to climb up into a coconut tree and get me a fresh coconut, put a hole in it and stuck a straw in it. And oh my gosh, that was amazing. It's like, oh, okay, this would be good if this is what coconut tastes like that you buy in the store. It was amazing. So I wondered if you guys have ever had fresh coconut like that. And it was a real special treat. All right, so we visited Sandy. We gathered all the coconuts and the cactus fruit that we can possibly get. And now we need to go visit our buddy Alex, who actually lives with his grandparents. So we don't know too much about that, really. We haven't talked to Alex very much. The very first time when I first started playing Stardew Valley, I chose Alex as my spouse. And I don't remember a whole lot about him. I remember he was a nice enough guy, but I don't remember. When I started over, I thought, I'm going to choose Harvey. And then that's my start over is the 11-year farm that I've talked about. So I picked Alex first, but I don't remember much about our conversations. I was really just trying to learn the game, the ins and outs, and all that kind of stuff. So we can go down and visit Alex. Maybe we'll find out why he's living with his grandparents. Oh, he just popped into his house. So, hi there, Alex. How are you doing? Could you do me a favor? It depends what it is. If you see Haley, tell her I'm busy. Oh, no. Haley said to tell you hello. Alex has kind of a nasty look on his face, don't you think? And, hey, that's awesome. I love this stuff. I know you do, dude. Tell her you're busy. That's so not cool. Oh my gosh. Sandy wants refined quartz. Now I think we should accept that if we can get it to her in time, because that's an easy thing to give her, since we have so many refined quartz and we haven't really used it very much. So, okay, Alex, I'm just shocked at what he said. It's like, she wanted me to say hello and you wanted me to say you're busy? Why don't you tell her yourself, you weasel? Oh my goodness, that just took me by surprise. I didn't remember that. Now, speaking of memory, for my new subscribers, because it's been a while since I've mentioned this, is I do have short-term memory loss, which is normal for seniors. Apparently, I got the quota for my entire family, because my memory is worse than anyone in my family, and that includes my mom, who is a much older senior than I, and she's in her 80s, and her memory is so much better than mine. So my memory loss is a pain in the neck, but again, my doctor assures me it is absolute normal senior memory loss. What it does, though, when it comes to the gaming, is I forget I tell you guys things. So in the same episode, I've done that before, and I haven't caught it until way, way, way after the fact. So if I do that, I do apologize. There's sometimes, though, I do want to repeat myself on purpose. I'll let you figure out which is which, because I really, it is what it is. It doesn't impede on my life too terribly much, but it does sometimes. One time I told the tulip story in an episode, and in the next episode I told the tulip story again, and I said I haven't told this story in a long time. It was so embarrassing when I went back, and these are already published videos. I had back to back told the tulip story. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. It's like, oh, that's pretty bad. So I should make a note of myself. I've told the tulip story recently, don't tell it again. What I'm doing is I am checking my spring seeds and, trying to see if I have enough for the spring season. And I really don't think I'm gonna. I need a lot more cauliflower. I may have enough strawberries. The miscellaneous things like the potatoes and the garlic and the parsnips, those are things we plant later in the season. It takes so long to grow the cauliflower. Even with the deluxe speed grow, we can only get 2 harvests during the season. So at the end of that second harvest, then I do miscellaneous things like potatoes, garlic, parsnips, things like that. And that is all about variety. I am all about variety, big time. I had seen on the forums a while back, someone was complaining about being bored, and then they also said that they grew only ancient fruit on their farm, nothing else. I'm thinking, well, that's kind of an easy fix. Grow more than ancient fruit. Yes, ancient fruit is the most profitable and easiest way to make money if you're going to do artisan goods, by far. Because you plant it, unless you're planting it outside in the seasons, if you plant it in your greenhouse, it makes a ton of money and it never stops. If you plant it outside, then it does go dormant, but at the same time, you're going to make a small fortune. By the way, I'm rearranging my scarecrows so I could see the rare crows that I like. So the fix is to do variety. And while I don't make as much money off of potatoes as I do the cauliflower, I still want to grow some. I still want to make some pickled potatoes to put in my shipping bin. So it's variety and it's fun. It's not like I'm making hundreds and hundreds of potatoes, but I'm also not leaving my land to go fallow at the end of the cauliflower growing window. I'm making something that I can make money with. And so to me that makes sense and I don't get bored. So, this is a fully functioning farm and we need different revenue sources. So that's why I do what I do. So, again, I just wanted to mention I was moving those scarecrows around. So that's going to be the end of our episode. And I really hope that you'll come back in the next few episodes and look at the new lands that we're going to check out. We've also got the Winter Festival of the Winter Star, whatever it's called. Lots of things coming up that I want you to see. So please come back. Oh, by the way, looky. We got Robin and Willy working away. Tomorrow, that boat will be ready. So thanks again for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and give those videos a like. The most important thing is I want you to have a wonderful rest of your day.